Hello, my name is Alex Danoyan. I'm distinguished engineer at Novell, and for the last few months I've been working on a prototype which we call it Microburst. Microburst is the concept which you can put your cloud in the box. And we've been hearing a lot in industry, different vendors doing this, but we're taking a little bit different approach. We actually not just putting it for easy deployment, but we're also considering is easy integration of the different components which will coming into the cloud. And let me take you to a whiteboard and give you a little bit more detailed introduction that what kind of a demonstration you're going to see today. In my hand I'm holding a USB stick which has the entire cloud in the box demonstration which I'm going to show. And let me show you some drawings so that you can get a better idea what it is. So I have a very thin cut of /11 SP1, which we call it P-distro. Or another name for this is Just Enough OS. This is just absolutely minimum amount of packages which you can build your physical distribution. On top of it, in addition to those Just Enough OS, I have also the virtualization technology, a KVM. And this is your physical host, which is going to be hosting two virtual machines. The first virtual machine will have newly released Novell Cloud Manager plus Plate Spin Orchestrate as a bundle pre-configured together. And the second VM is the VM which consists out of the product or the technology that developed at Novell called Baracus. Novell Cloud Manager is designed to deploy your clouds inside of your enterprise or outside of your enterprise, and NCM is driven by the workflow engine. Baracus is a technology which allows you to deploy bare metal and do the bare metal provisioning. Bare metal provisioning using the Pixie engine, but it's not just limited by Pixie engine, but it also will manage the physical distros after you create the machine. We are going to demonstrate in here provisioning of this entire head node. This is called head node, and that will consist of the first part of the demo. Second part of the demo will walk you through the browser interface, and after the browser interface we'll also have a surprise for you to show that other client we can use to authenticate and as well as manage our head node, as well as the final part of the demonstration will be we will provision a new physical box, and that physical box will automatically be discovered and join the cloud. I will write down this agenda on a board. So it will be first the provisioning of NCM plus PSO plus Baracus, and this will take only 15 minutes. So don't bore you with the video. We will obviously not going to show you the entire length of this. So you will see the beginning of it, and then you will probably see the end of this provisioning part, so that you don't bore just watching the video. The second one we will use Firefox browser to show you the content of what we have now in the cloud pre-configured. Third one, we're going to power on another physical machine, and that physical machine will be provisioned with the Baracus, and it will provision also with the PSO agent will be injected into that machine, and it all will happen automatically and transparent for the users. And then in step number 4, we will show you this newly provisioned cloud node inside of the browser, and also another interface that I don't want to reveal right now, but you will see it very soon. Now we're ready to actually do the entire demo, and I'm going to insert this USB stick into the physical machine and turn the power on. We are at the BIOS screen at the server, and we are going to choose the boot option, booting from the Kingston USB stick. Here you can see a typical /11 grab menu, but in addition to that, you also see this option in the middle of it called Install, Restore, and the name of our project code name is Microburst pdistro NCM PSO Baracus. We're going to select this, and after the initialization, we're going to be asked only one question, just to make sure that we know that we're going to image the drive and we don't have anything on the drive that we want to save. And after that question is answered, then everything will be happening unattended. So this process takes about 15 minutes for the size of the image we have. The total size of the image is 15 gig, but it contains a lot of application and data there. Like it has Novell Cloud Manager, it has a place pin orchestrator in it, it has a Baracus VM in it. It also has a distribution for 64-bit machines, the one Baracus is going to be using, going forward at the third part in our demo when we're going to provision the physical box. What's happening is it imaged the disk. Now it's doing the verification, and then after verification done, there will be a few more adjustments to the disk, to expanding the disk to the entire size of the disk, and then we will be ready to go. We have another probably about 5 minutes left before it finishes. Right now you see that installation finished, and now the server is booting into our pdistro, which will automatically launch 2 virtual machines. It's a KVM virtual machines, which is the Novell Cloud Manager with the place pin orchestrate, and the second machine is the Baracus Pixie provisioning server. So we finished the imaging, and we pretty much ready to deploy and order services. And in front of you, you see the web browser interface to Novell Cloud Manager, and I'm just going to log in. It's already been pre-populated with the users, and some of the hosts been also pre-populated with the Novell Cloud Manager. So I'll show you a couple of things here. We have we have 4 physical hosts, which is managed by Novell Cloud Manager, which is cluster 1, 2, and host 2 and host 5. And we also have a host group, cluster group, which does consist out of the cluster components inside of it. You can see it here, cluster 1 and cluster 2 is forming the group. The catalog is where we have a couple workload templates defined that users can deploy. I'm not going to walk you through the entire Novell Cloud Manager demo because this is not the topic of this demonstration. You will see the demonstration specifically for Novell Cloud Manager on novell.com, and in the marketing campaign that we are doing now. This is just a kind of illustration that in 15 minutes we imaged the head node, and head node is up and running, and it's ready to actually accept and deploy the services. We can now also show you that surprise I was talking about. This is the interface you see from the regular browser, but we also have the interface. Our engineers put some efforts here and created the interface for iPhone and iPad. And this is what I'm going to show you the next. So this is your typical iPad. And here's the application we have here, which was created by Novell Cloud Manager. You can see, the iPad is not connected to anything. We're wirelessly connected to the router there, and it's connected. After we log in, we will actually log in into a newly created head node, which you just saw earlier. You have this button here, settings, where you can select your Cloud Manager server, and it's already been pre-populated with the one we just provisioned, that ncmpso.microburst.us. You can also choose the language here and also choose the themes. And I'm going to go ahead and log into it. And here's your front page, which gives you kind of a summary of your cloud, what the condition of it and health status, and we can see it's relatively healthy. And I would like to show you the cloud part, which the similar things you saw it on the web, you have here, but obviously it was adapted to iPad and iPhone because it's all driven by gestures. So if I click on the hosts icon and I hold on it, you will see exactly the same list of the servers that you've seen on the browser side. You see it on the iPad. It's a cluster 1, cluster 2, and host 2, host 5, as well as if you click on the host groups, you will see the cluster groups. We also have provisioned 3 users here, Jim, Kelly, and Ron. And again, I'm not going to get into the details of how the NCM works because this is not a focus for this demonstration. So you can kind of get a sense, so that we have 2 clients. One is iPad. Imagine yourself, you're a CIO and you need to check the status of your private clouds, and you are staying in Hawaii, but you have secure connection to your network, and all you have in your hands is iPad or iPhone, and in a couple clicks of the button you can check the status of your cloud, or you can do the approval. You can do the approval of the work load, whatever, if it's been ordered and it's waiting for your approval.